Hello YouTube, it's Charlie in Westeros here, and I'm back with another Game of Thrones review or thoughts video. This time I want to discuss the recently released Game of Thrones Season 4 trailer number 2. It came out, I think, just yesterday night, Sunday. And I just want to talk about a few things I noticed in it. Normally I would make this, I would not make this with any spoilers, however the things I do want to discuss just unfortunately contain spoilers, so this time I will give you all the spoiler warning. This video has spoilers. If you don't want to see spoilers, click away right now, because you've been warned. So, before I get into the trailer, there's just one thing I want to say actually. It was my birthday recently, and it's a bit of a small story, but basically I went and I treated myself to some Game of Thrones stuff. So I went to the HMV and got myself a Game of Thrones toque and t-shirt. The next day I went to my sister's place, and amongst other Game of Thrones stuff that I received, I also received another t-shirt and another toque. So what I'm thinking of doing is that I will probably have a giveaway for this toque. I haven't decided yet, but I will let you all know, because I already have like 3 other toques anyway, so I might as well. I'm keeping the one my sister gave me, but the one I bought for myself I'll give away, so yeah, keep your eyes and ears peeled, and I will let you all know what I decide with this. So, enough with that, back to the information at hand. So, I guess just to talk about this recent trailer, I want to start off by discussing what Arya says in it. She, at one point, you know how she names the names of the people she wants to kill, just like she does in the books. However, this time she added the name of the Red Woman to it. Of course, that's Melisandre. Now, the reason why I find this so interesting is that, you know, this character is not really mentioned as one of the targets for Arya in the books for obvious reasons, given that she never met her in the first place. However, she does in the TV show. So this kind of feeds into some of the thoughts I've previously had in terms of who will kill Melisandre. I haven't really made any video officially on that, but I touched upon it a little bit in my video on the Baratheons. I don't quite remember if I discussed this specific part, but to me this might be a hint that Arya is going to be the one to kill Melisandre. We already know that Joffrey and Tywin are killed by other people, and as far as I can tell, Cersei will very likely die by somebody else's hands, but this would leave the Red Woman as a potential target for Arya as a faceless man. So, I don't know what you all think, but something tells me that this is a little bit of a hint for things to come in the far future, both in the TV series and probably even in the book series as well. So I don't know what you guys think about that. Just, you know, tell me if you think I'm full of it, or if you think I'm on to something. Let me know. Before you do, let's get on to the next topic within the quick trailer that was just released, and that is the scene of Shae lying on a bed. Now, I made a video about a year ago discussing how I thought that in the show, or I think anyway, that in the show, the way that Shae is going to be killed is basically Tywin Lannister will be the one to kill her, and as a result, Tyrion's going to kill his father out of vengeance. Now, we all know that's not how it happens in the books. However, the way they've built up the character of Shae in the TV show makes her a lot more likable to the audience, I feel anyway. So, first of all, I guess check out my other video. This was like a bit of a synopsis of that video, but if you're interested in my Shae theory spoiler video, check it out below. I'll post a link. And the reason why I say this is because in the clips that we see, like I said, we see her lying down on the bed kind of seductively. Now, when I first saw that, I kind of thought, okay, well, maybe this is, you know, showing that I'm wrong, that actually Tyrion's going to be the one to kill her, because maybe this is the scene in which, you know, Tywin goes down to the washroom and she's on the bed waiting for him, and that's when Tyrion catches her. However, in the quick clip right after that, we see Tywin Lannister sharpening his blade, or he's looking at his sword in front of a fireplace, I think. So, I don't know, maybe that's a cue that he's going to be the one to kill her. For now, I'm still leaning in that direction, even though I doubted myself for a split second when watching this trailer, but I think I've gotten my convictions reaffirmed in that sense. I had a few discussions with a couple of my Tumblr followers / friends, so yeah, let me know what you think about that. And the other thing I want to discuss is probably the most important one. It's the fact that we get to see what many people think is Cold Hands. Now, at the very end of the trailer, we see what looks to be a white on a horse, an undead person. but he almost kind of looks White Walker-ish, I felt a bit, even though I don't think he was. He looked much more white-ish. And of course, we all know that White Walkers, like, they ride on undead horses, or they ride dead horses, for what I recall. But yeah, no, this horse looked pretty alive, I think. Irrespective of that, it kind of made me thinking that... oh, by the way, I do think that this is Cold Hands, of course. I think that they kind of changed the whole thing with him riding an elk. Maybe maybe the show creators thought it would look a bit too ridiculous to have, like, you know, a dead guy riding this other Santa Claus-like animal. I'm just kidding, of course. But yeah, no, I do think it's Cold Hands. But it also made me think maybe, just maybe, they're planning to merge the character of the Three-Eyed Raven with Cold Hands. Of course, we know that the Three-Eyed Raven can't really leave the cave in which he lives. But something tells me that they're speeding up the whole Bran story arc in the TV show. Now, this would be going way, way, way far ahead, and of course it's... And again, I don't really feel that this is a theory that I've really developed, or it's not something I'm really, really convinced by myself, but it's just a thought. You know, maybe they're going to do like they did with Edric Storm and Gendry, which they merged those two characters into one. What if they did the same with Cold Hands and Three-Eyed Raven, a.k.a. well, Blood Raven? That would be, I guess, something interesting. And the reason also why I kind of say that is because there's a scene in which... in the trailer, of course, in which Bran he touches the weirwood tree, and then we have another quick clip of his eyes rolling back in his head, which kind of leads us to think that he's having one of his, not his visions, but his magical states, I guess, for lack of better words, his dimensional transportation thing that he does, at least in the later books. So, I don't know, that got me to thinking that maybe we're going to be introduced to that character earlier on, given that the weirwood tree is outside, and I don't think Bran ever did any of that specific, or he ever touched a weirwood tree in that way outside of the grotto in which he encounters the children of the forest, or the Three-Eyed Raven. But again, if I'm wrong on that, correct me, and if you think I'm going somewhere with that, if you think, you know, maybe I have a potential point there, please let me know. And I think that's about it I have to discuss for this video. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the trailer that was just released. Again, I wish I could have made this non-spoilery, but there were just specific instances I really had to narrow in on that kind of got me thinking a bit, especially with talking about it with other people. So, yeah, I think that's all that comes to mind for now. So, let me know your thoughts. If you think I'm full of it, please let me know. I can more than handle criticism. I more than welcome it, actually. If you think I'm on something, again, let me know. You know, tell me, help me build on those thoughts, or whatever, deconstruct them, whatever goes. And of course, if you like this video, or if you enjoyed any of my videos, please don't hesitate to subscribe, or like this video below, or wherever the subscribe button is. I don't really remember. But anyway, yeah, that's all for now. I wanted to make a quick video, and yeah, take care all.